It will not fit in my box. The basket is too big. Well guys, welcome back to the channel. So in previous videos you've seen where I did the Recoil sound system in my truck. The biggest concern that I had was the sub being overpowered by the amp. The sub is rated at 500 max. It'll probably do 550, 600, but the amp is rated at 600 RMS, which means that's what it runs at all the time at 4 ohms or 2 ohms, and the sub is not rated at that. The sub's RMS is only like 325 or something like that. Regardless, what happened was I sent out 2 proposals. I normally send out 2 proposals to 2 different companies for a product that I'm looking at, hoping that at least one of them will get back in touch with me. Just so happens 2 companies got back in touch with me, and I think they're going to work great together. So I'm always looking for that little hidden gem, that secret assassin, if you will, that's a product that is not widely known, but man, it just performs and not a lot of people know about it. So I went online, started doing my research, found a subwoofer that was beefy, but it was only like 80 bucks. I'm like, okay. Started doing my research in it, and the reviews was amazing. And some of the people, there's only like 2 or 3 reviews of the sub on YouTube that I found. So I wrote them and asked them, and it's an actual Amazon brand. It comes in a box that says Amazon on it, and the brand I believe is called Hyanka. It's Hyanka, but the H has this little eye looking feature in it, so it looks like Hiyya. Yeah, so I'm just going to say Hyanka. Hyanka sent me this, which is for my front door speakers. This is 6.5. So my factory door speakers are 23 years old now. So I think it's time that we go to something more modern and something better. These are great little speakers. Seen some reviews and stuff on it. And this is what I was talking about. It has the Amazon logo right on it. So it's like an Amazon brand. What I'm most excited about, and this is going to take both hands because this is a beast. This bad boy right here. This is a 1,000 watt, 4 ohm, 10-inch sub. And this thing is straight up beast mode. Yeah, it is going to pair with that Recoil amp amazing. And honestly, I'm kind of brand loyal when it comes to people that look out for me. I look out for them. And if Recoil would have had an amp of this a subwoofer of this magnitude, I would have definitely went with it. But they have nothing to compare to that bad boy right there. This thing is heavy. It is stout. It's got dual voice coil. It's got push pins. The leads are sewn in. Huge motor. I mean, this thing is just badass for lack of words. The reviews have been amazing, and I cannot wait to put this with that amp. Given the specs of the amp and this, I couldn't think of a better pair. Real quick, I do want to get a scale, and I'm going to weigh this. So let me see how much this bad boy weighs. All right, guys, any guesses? 18.5 pounds for a 10-inch sub. This thing is pretty remarkable, and I cannot wait to get it installed. All right, so if you remember with the previous sub, you go positive around to positive, negative around to negative, and then any 2 terminals out to the actual box terminal to go to the amp. So we're gonna go ahead and bridge this and go from there. So now that I got this out, like I said, it has been beaten down, but yeah, it's actually a little burnt. Not the sub's fault though. That's my fault for getting the amp that does not pair up with it. But let's have a comparison real quick. So there you see quite a bit of difference. Probably 3 times the magnet. It's bigger around and it's deeper. But both great subs. I mean, you can't go wrong with either one. If you pair this up with the right amp, yeah, it's definitely a great sub. So I got a little excited over nothing apparently, but it will not fit in my box. The basket is too big. So I'm going to have to modify my box a little. But if I modify my box a little, then I lose the mating surface for other tins. So I'm not sure what the heck I'm supposed to do at this point. So it's in. You notice the sawdust. I took one of these orbital sanders and just ran around the inside. It's not quite the shape, but the outside gets it done pretty good. But I didn't want to lose my mounting surface for other 12s in case I decide to run something down the road, something different, or if that, you know, blows, or anything can happen. You never know. But I just wanted to cover my end, so it fits in there nice and snug, so now I can get it wired up and screwed in. Man, that just, oh, that blows me away. So the recoil, it shook the mirrors and stuff like that, but it had to be turned up quite a bit more. This is turned way down and it hits way deeper. I'm not gonna say harder per se, I don't know how to describe it, but it feels like it's right under me, just solid boom, compared to the Jensen that I had, that all it did was vibrate. The recoil has a really nice sound, but like I said, to get it to hit that, I had to turn it up a little, and it's already exceeded the rating, so I didn't, you know, didn't want to turn up too much, and you can smell burnt voice coil on it. But like I said, it'll take a beating, and if you get the right amp with it, you can't go wrong. I'm going to do a price breakdown, but yeah, that Hyanka is nothing to play with. That thing is serious, and for the price, I'll leave a link in the description and I'll show y'all. That's serious. And I believe they have a 12 as well. So they have a 4 ohm 10 and a 2 ohm 10, and then they have a 4 ohm 12 and a 2 ohm 12, and they have door speakers, which they sent me. But I'm not going to get to that today because I got things to do. But yeah, that sub beats down.
I won't turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with the 60 bars. I won't turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with the 60 bars. I won't turn around, I won't turn around.